Hey, Dad.
Sorry.
It's all right. Hey, let me give you a call right back. I'm doing a live right now.
Okay.
Okay. Call right back. Later. All right, hey guys, what's up? This is Brad with Display Fitness, and I wanted to try to do live because it's better than try and record and do something else with this. But coming to you live from the hospital, as you may be able to kind of tell from the background behind me, and then I have my IVs. I wanted to talk about kind of what happened and what my experience is in case anyone else runs into something like this too. So Wednesday morning, I took an APFT for the Army, which is 2 minutes of sit-ups, 2 minutes of push-ups with chet, and then a 2-mile run. And then doing this kind of on the back end of having pneumonia. So went through kind of 2 iterations of pneumonia. So kind of down for the better part of 4 weeks with pneumonia. And even still, even though I feel better, I still feel kind of coughing, kind of congestion in my chest, and not really fully able to breathe the way that I would normally breathe. So deep breaths and stuff like that. I still feel that crackling, popping kind of thing going on. So take the test. Push-ups go well, no issues with push-ups. Sit-ups go well, no issues with sit-ups. Then we move to the run. So the run for me is always kind of a particularly challenging event just because, you know, I am 300 pounds and, you know, it's running 2 miles at 300 pounds in under 18 minutes is, you know, it's a thing. So lined up for the run and took off. The first mile actually felt pretty good, had a good pace, good cadence, and my breathing felt okay. Ended the first mile at about 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So, you know, doing really, really well. But began to start having a lot of like chest kind of pain, really a lot of difficulty breathing. So instead of it being the kind of a natural flow for my breath, feeling more like I was gulping and trying to gasp for air. And that kind of continued on through the second mile, and it only got worse. So toward, you know, the middle to the end of that second mile, breathing was increasingly difficult, and, you know, I was really just gasping for breath. I was able to kind of push through, but even at several points kind of in the run, you know, I felt like I was going to black out. And I think all that's a result of having, you know, still some, you know, some material or whatever in my lungs, and, you know, not really being able to perfuse the way that I should. So what's going on, Arnold? Good to see you, bub. So anyway, you know, I was able to finish the 2 miles. I passed the test. So I came through the 17:03, which is passing, but nearly collapsed at the end of the finish line, and had to prop myself up on, you know, kind of the fence line, and it was just breathing, and really couldn't do much of anything for, you know, the better part of 20 or so minutes. You know, all I could do was just this panting kind of a breathing, and it was pretty miserable. You know, real dizzy and all that stuff. So friends kind of came, got me, picked me up in a car, brought me back to my room, where I was able to, you know, get up to my room and kind of strip down, stand in front of a fan and try to cool down. Well, that brought my body temperature down okay. But then what ended up happening is, and kind of what I wanted to get into this video about, is kind of what happened after that. So starting Wednesday, my appetite really took a dive. Had no interest in eating any food. Started feeling some lower abdominal pain, kind of transverse. So not just one side, but across my whole lower abdomen. Started feeling like pain and discomfort. And it felt a lot like gas, or it felt like, you know, I just needed to go to the bathroom. But, you know, nothing seemed to help it. So went into Thursday and Friday essentially feeling the same. You know, I was trying to take, you know, like gas medicine, you know, see if that would relieve the discomfort. That didn't do anything. Tried to take kind of like a laxative type thing to see if that would help. That didn't help. And so what happened was Friday when I got off work, I was done by about 3 p.m. and I essentially went straight to bed 3 p.m. on Friday, and I didn't wake up and get up out of bed until like 7 a.m. Saturday morning, and I was having some pretty intense pain in my lower abdomen and then in my back on my right side. And part of it was I was afraid that maybe my appendix was having some issues because that pain was kind of feeling centralized on that lower right side, which is where our appendix is. And so I sent a couple of text message, and some friends and family encouraged me to go to the hospital. So that's what I did. I went, got a ride to the hospital in Pyeongtaek. So it was a civilian Korean hospital, and got checked in, and they wanted to run a bunch of tests. So we did blood tests, we did urine test, and we did a CT scan on my abdomen to kind of determine what's going on. The CT test came back negative, so there was no inflammation or no issues in my abdomen. So that ruled out appendicitis or anything like that. But the blood test revealed that my creatinine levels were way higher than they should have been, and my kidney function was way low. So that's where the diagnosis of the rhabdomyolysis come in. So the recommendation was immediate admittance into the hospital and treatment with IV fluids. So I don't know if this will show or not, but there we go. So I got my IV bags. This is like the fourth or so iteration of bags that I've taken. So they're just kind of pumping me full of fluids, and then I got to monitor, my intake output. So how much water I'm drinking and how much I'm putting out. But the reason why I wanted to kind of do this live and, mention all this is, being that we're all kind of after that, after fitness and trying to push ourselves and all that other stuff. If any of you start to exhibit symptoms like this, the lower abdominal pain, dizziness, confusion, things like that, and you try any kind of home remedies, and those home remedies don't make the symptoms better in fairly short order, I'd recommend that you follow through and get checked out, because rhabdo has a series of symptoms. It's not just any one. So any one of us would experience it differently. And if severe enough, it could lead to death. It's a result of, muscle wasting, dumping a bunch of enzymes into the bloodstream, and then those enzymes really overwhelming the kidneys and depreciating or pushing down that kidney function. So it can be quite serious. So it's definitely worth getting checked out if those symptoms persist from, maybe those small over-the-counter remedies that, we all might think of at first, at least. So anyway, so I'm real glad that I came and got checked out, but I'll be here in the hospital until tomorrow. And then I'll see the doc again. The doc will make a redetermination about, what my, my kidney function is, and, what my ability is to be discharged, and then look at potentially being discharged to tomorrow morning. So Monday morning, Korean time. So that's kind of the update. Just wanted to, what's going on, Andrew? Thanks, man. Yeah, things are pretty good right now. It's not too bad. My experience here with the Korean hospital, I'm in Good Morning Hospital, and my experience here has been really great, man. The folks here really gone out of their way to try to take care of me. Were really helpful in having somebody with me to kind of go around to the different stations and be able to translate and help me out. So I'm really kind of really overwhelmed at how amazing and how helpful this hospital's been. Junaid, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, working on it, man. So yeah, the experience here at the hospital's been really great. The only thing I can say is I'm really thirsty. I'd kill for like a Gatorade or something right about now. Breakfast should be coming around here pretty soon, so that'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to some breakfast, and hopefully my appetite starts to come back, because I really haven't eaten much of anything since Wednesday. I had a small dinner last night, but anyway. But yeah, not to dribble on. I just want to talk a little bit about rhabdo and my experience with it, in case any of you have a similar kind of a condition or experience similar symptoms. That way, maybe it's just one thing that you guys have heard that might make you think of something like this to go get checked out if you need it. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. So, just kind of little thing from me to you. I almost didn't go. And I'm really glad that I did, because this is probably something that I could not have resolved on my own. And probably point in fact, I would have made it worse. Instead of getting IVs and hydrating, I might have, drank sodas and beer and, hide in my room and things like that. So I'm real grateful that I was prompted to come to the hospital and get the treatment. So things are looking pretty good. I'll have more information on Monday about what is going on, that I'll probably push out on my Instagram and just let folks kind of know what I'm up to and what things are looking like. But for the interim today, at least I have some time to work on some more videos and get some things together for future release, so I can kind of work ahead and get myself poised to put out a few videos. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, thanks, Arno. I appreciate it, man. I'm working on it. It's not fun being, all hooked up with IVs and things like that. They had to come this morning. They did a blood draw, and they did it like down here, which is like the most uncomfortable blood draw ever. It's like right down by my groin. It's the worst sight for a blood draw I've ever seen. At any rate, yeah. So if you guys have any questions, I'll hang out for just a minute or two. Don't want to make this a super long one, but just kind of wanted to give everybody an update, and then kind of share my experience for how rhabdo presented for me. So that maybe someday, if any of you guys experience something like this, that it'll be kind of on the forethought of mine for you to get it checked out. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments for me, I'll stand by for just another minute. Other than that, I'm dying of thirst, so I need to go across the hall and fill up my water bottle. I want some more water. All right, guys, nothing heard. I appreciate you guys checking in. Appreciate you eating. Yeah, I need to go get some food. No, Junaid, rhabdo is not always due to overtraining. There are some other things that can cause it. Severe alcoholism can do it. There's a few other things that can do it, but more often than not, it's usually some form of trauma, either self-induced through exercise, or like a serious fall could cause rhabdo as well, because you damage muscle tissue and it all dumps into the blood at once. So falls, drug use, alcohol use. There's a few other things that can cause it, but most often in the athletic scene, it's kind of some form of overtraining. Yeah, Pac, I'm good, man. I'll be better like in a couple days, I think. I was doing pretty shitty there for 2 or 3 days on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But as of yesterday, I got into the hospital and I'm doing a lot better. So I appreciate you asking, man. Yeah. It's not fun though. Rhabdo is definitely not fun. It's very uncomfortable. Just like generalized body pain, cramping, feeling weak, disoriented, very uncomfortable. All right, guys. I suppose that's probably about it. I appreciate all of you guys checking in to say hi and wishing me well, both here on YouTube and on Insta and all that stuff. Means a lot that you guys check in with me. So, like I said, I just wanted to give a quick update, let you know how I'm doing, and then little, words of caution about rhabdo, in case you guys experience something similar. I hope that all you guys are well, at least better than I am, and I appreciate you guys checking out the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up in a chat box or on Insta or wherever, and I'll be sure to respond. And yeah, guys, remember, no matter what it is you think you can't do, like get yourself in a hospital, get seen, get some issues taken care of. Sometimes you just got to get in. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, APOC. Thanks, Junaid. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching the video, guys. And I'll see you soon. Peace.